I did what I did for Will's sake.
What's Philly Will is back, baby?
But he's reverting back to his old ways.
Let's go.
He's this big time scout and he's helped a lot of dudes get to the pros.
That fancy Bel-Air team got you and your game, so if you come work with me, sky's the
What's going on, man? We are back. We are live. And Bel-Air season 2 finale. Don't Look Back review. Appreciate everybody coming through. What's going on?
What up?
What's going on, man? You good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Make it show, man.
This was a good episode. It really was.
Definitely.
They went hard on a lot of stuff.
Got a lot of emotion this time around. Definitely didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go for Carlton, which I'm actually glad. So we're definitely gonna get into it. Your boy Will, man, he ain't stressing. My man,
He's so
tired.
hurt. He was
going
just
off
hurt,
on everybody.
man. He was hurt, man. He hurt by Uncle Phil. He hurt by Doc. He hurt by his dad. You know, he's still feeling the effects of his dad.
I really like that scene, man, because his mama was like, because he do reach out to his mama, which I'm glad that we finally got to see her again. And she asked him, she was like, "Are you talking about Doc?" And he's like, "No, I'm talking about Lou." And I was like, "Oh man." Another thing I was thinking we was gonna get that Marlon cameo again.
Nah, he hit us with the "Why you don't want me."
He did on his own version though. I ain't even think about it like that. That was a good one though.
Hey, I'll be thinking stuff.
Shout out to the actor too, man, because you can see the emotion and the pain in his face, man. Him not actually necessarily crying, but you see him get teary-eyed or whatever, and you can see he hurting. And he turning that hurt into anger though, and he taking that on a lot of people that he love, including Jazz. Because you know, Jazz trying to talk to him, but my boy, he getting back to the street ties as far as the basketball. One of the first things he starts to kind of jump back to once he starts to get to that mentality of things that he feel like he can't control as far as his emotions and his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
He resorts back to what he knows. Shout out to my girl. Cause nigga OG on Viv, we ain't having it. Your girl Viv, man, she gets an encounter from your girl who she's supposed to be replacing. But she ain't trying to hear that. Fuck around and find out. And this is coming from OG on Ville. Hey, she said that, not me. I was like, damn, okay, OG on Ville. She got down no play just because it's light skin. No, yeah. Oh man, I gotta apologize too, but we're gonna get to it. How we feeling as far as this whole interaction between Aunt Viv and OG Aunt Viv?
I mean, she definitely had a reason to be mad. So I mean, I like how it ends up though. But like, yeah, she had a reason to be mad. She had every reason to be mad. You know, I mean, because I don't think she was ever coming at Aunt Viv and, you know, maliciously. And, you know, when you getting critiques from older people, they kind of stuck in their time, stuck in their ways, and they want to see what they want to see. And they feel like the black community should be presented in this way. And the younger generations is like, yeah, that's how y'all presented yourself. But what about how we want to present ourselves now? And a lot of the older community don't want to let that shit go. But at the same time, we can learn a lot from the older community, you know?
That's what I feel like they had that whole meeting last episode as far as with Aunt Viv or whatever, saying we want to go in a newer direction because they've been kind of stuck in them ways as far as what OG Aunt Viv been doing, as far as with the organization. But I love OG Aunt Viv, man. I love the way she came through because I didn't expect her to be cursing. Oh, that's like seeing grandma cuss. Like, my grandma, you cuss? She's basically gonna try to sabotage Aunt Viv, basically trying to make sure that she can't get that position, or so she say as far as somewhat of a threat.
Like that. Yeah, I ain't like that. Like I said, she had a right to be mad, but the way she was going about it was like, why would you come at me like that? And you know what I mean?
Black woman against black woman. that whole thing, pinning each other against each other. But yes, man, this was a good scene between these two. And like Nadia said, I like the way it did play out because Aunt Viv does go to have another conversation with her. And you kind of see this. She don't necessarily give her an answer on what she's going to do, but she does end up coming through and letting Aunt Viv go ahead and get that position. So shout out OG Aunt Viv, man. Man. I think where's my picture of my boy? Doc, man, Doc.
Now
Everything that's going on with A.
Now, didn't I say it didn't sound that bad?
We kind of was, I mean, with the light skin,
Look,
man,
it's even light skinness, but at the same time, I was like, what he sound like he doing don't sound like it's that bad. You know what I mean? Versus like it could be worse. Like
if you was right, man. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna give Doc his shot, man, because I mean, we kind of talked about this situation as far as Will trying to go in there and talk to the other basketball players or whatever, and they saying the way Doc was the only one that he outshot. We ain't got it made already. This is our shot. But once they started to break down certain things that Doc had been doing for them, because the money Doc had been getting, it wasn't just him taking it in and doing what he doing, balling out or whatever. He was taking care of these kids that was playing ball for him. They was in certain situations with their parents or certain just finances or whatever that he just come through, and it wasn't necessarily him coming through and saying, here's me. They would just get this money out of nowhere. So
yeah, and see, this made me think about what's that movie with
I'm giving you your shot, light skinned nigga. Don't look at me like that. I'm telling you.
What's that movie with Denzel Washington and John Travolta, and it's about the subway system or something like that?
It's not Unstoppable. That's the other one. I know what you're talking about. It's the Pelican, the Taking a Pelican 1, 2, 3 or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so and he gets called out for taking a deal, but he was gonna go with that train anyway.
Oh, you talking about Denzel's character?
Yeah, and that's what I feel like Doc was doing. It was like, and you remember Denzel was like, he used the bribe to pay for his kids' college. And I was like, see.
And he doing it for all these kids that ain't even his.
Exactly.
So he just out.
Exactly.
So,
and he set them up for college, whether or not it's the college that they really, really had their heart set on or whatever. It's like, bro, you know, you said.
It's really your boy though. Well, not your boy and not our boy, but the guy that no. It's the guy that goddamn Doc is connected to as far as Lorenzo. This is the street ties.
No, I'm talking about had Jeffrey was like, this conversation ain't over.
But you already
when
know.
Lorenzo tried to leave.
Uncle Phil and them is definitely on Godfather time. Yes. He made an offer he couldn't refuse.
Oh yeah. Well,
and my boy Jeffrey standing in the background.
No, because Lorenzo was trying to leave. Was like, fuck this bullshit. You ain't. The streets got my back.
Damn
right.
Like,
hold on. Jeffrey
you see
was
that
like,
T1000 at the door? Where you going?
Jeffrey was like, and this conversation ain't over.
And I like the way Phil. Go ahead.
I'm glad that they came to something amicably, and it also benefited both of them. You know what I mean? Versus it being like, we gonna keep this beef going. Fuck that. Like y'all too.
I mean, as far as we know right now.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I feel like they gave him some money, like so.
Yeah, they definitely did. Like I said, he made him an offer because it was one way or another. Take this money, or you can disappear. It's up to you.
But Uncle Phil is a lawyer. I'm pretty sure they made him sign some papers, and if this nigga break the contract, you know what I mean? Lawfully, I feel like Uncle Phil could do something.
Yeah, he's gonna make her with a headless horse in his bed.
The horse's head.
I mean, he shook me up. I was like, whoa, shit, what the hell Jeffrey standing? I didn't even know he was here. Where he come from?
You're right. Man. That's how it's supposed
to be. Shout out to Jeffrey. But Lorenzo ends up somewhat, I guess I'm going to say he makes a deal with Doc. So I'm guessing we can move forward with this somewhat as far as this whole arrangement with the kids, because that's what Phil pretty much breaks down to Lorenzo is that, yo, we trying to look out for these kids, man. Don't ruin this opportunity for them to go to the next level. because of what you're trying to do as far as with the streets and wanting Doc to be basically a part of some illegal activity. Because that's his whole thing. You're like, why don't you come down in the dirt with me? That's Lorenzo, basically. Like, damn, man, why you don't want to be dirty with me? It was like, no, nigga, I want to be
Because
legit. I
if
want to
you
look out
lay
for these
with dogs,
kids.
exactly. If you lay with dogs, you definitely gonna get fleas.
Lay with peas in the mud. But speaking of my boy, Jeffrey.
Speaking of evil light-skinnedness.
Yes, we got somebody who's still on their demon time as far as the light skinnedness, and it happens
She
to be
did
a
done
woman.
she did done everything but just take her panties off and throw them at him. I feel like that's coming.
Jeffrey is a real one. He like, Phil, maybe you should go ahead and dead this brother. Don't get yourself in a situation you can't get out of. I'm telling you. Phil, I got this. I got this.
As soon as Jeffrey stepped out the room, you got this? Cause she shows. I had to keep rewinding that part. I was like, she really snuck that kiss in real smooth. I was like, this bitch.
I feel like, that can't happen no more. But see, that's the first sign that, I'm on it. And that's to Jeffrey. He like, man, she basically a damn viper, nigga. She on your ass, bro. I don't know if you like, she got her veins in you.
Oh yeah.
But Phil saying he can hold his own. He like, I got this, man. I ain't worrying about that light skinness. We gonna see.
She gonna put him in an awkward. It's definitely gonna be an awkward position next season. I speaking of that, I got some predictions about something by the way it ended. So I guess.
Okay. By the way, Phil, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot going on now. Like, hey, like so y'all saying you basically because the whole thing is it's a situation that Vil is kind of coming at Phil about as far as the whole thing where her trying to still pursue what she's trying to do because of the situation that ends up happening with her and OG on Vil. And Phil basically like, man, just don't worry about that. Fall back. She's like, nigga, this is something I want to do. Like, damn, you got yourself sitting up here getting set up, got your little thing going. So, now we about to go back in time and back to the tradition. I'm just a little housewife, and you out here doing your thing.
You
I
gotta
got goals and
believe in your woman dreams. Exactly.
Yes. So, once again, though, this conversation does end up getting fixed as far as the Aunt Viv and OG Aunt Viv, but feels like, man, shit. You had Will. He was talking about Doc. He doing all this for me, and I'm taking care of his black ass. Now you coming in here talking about you don't appreciate shit, and shit was just building up and building up. So we're going to get to it. As far as for Phil, Uncle Phil now.
He had a point. He had a terrible delivery, but the point was valid. Valid.
All you niggas. Okay.
Valid.
Shout out to God now. Okay. I got it. I still got it.
I mean, but at the same time, he dead ass wrong for just being like, because that, if he know his wife well enough, he knew that's not what she wanted to hear.
And they done had these conversations though as far as her paintings before. So I'm like,
I feel like brother. He don't like to see her stressed. And it's like, it's a good stress though. Because if she didn't like being that stressed, she wouldn't do it. But she continues to do it. And I know how that feels like as an artist, like you got a deadline. It's like you gotta get this shit done so that you're not sleeping, especially when you're procrastinated because you're waiting on inspiration or trying to get some inspiration. And so I also
get it from his point of view as far as being that man that's looking at the family aspect, like, okay, we got everything going on right here with the kids. But the family not
suffering for her to do that. I mean, wait, the family is suffering because at least one person is. The rest of them good. But Carlton is suffering and nobody noticed. But I feel like that's just him being able to put on so well that everything's okay. Because I do that too. Like everybody be like, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
And I see his point too, somewhat as like, what you gonna do if I tell you something is wrong? Because y'all got everything else going on, and then I still feel like he had this whole thing going on with Will, and people still kind of having to focus on Will. Another thing as far as Will, Lisa, you kind of called this last time. I was kind of looking at it from a point of view that Will was kind of trying to be a good friend, and I still feel like he was doing that, but he
Well,
definitely has feelings for
she
Lisa still.
yeah, and then she came to the rescue for him. And like I said last time, is if you still have those feelings for one another and you trying to be there for each other, them feelings don't go nowhere. And that shit is gonna build. That tension is gonna build, and then next thing
I
you
ain't gonna
know,
front.
what you doing? What you
I
doing?
kind of wasn't
While
expecting
we
this.
doing
I wasn't.
this?
I ain't
Oh
gonna
no,
front. I wasn't.
I was. I saw this
I
shit
wasn't.
coming.
It's
I,
gonna be interesting to see how he deal with Jackie though, moving forward, because he
nah,
seems like they full
did
fledged
you
trying to
not
move
see?
forward.
He
Yes, that's what I'm
already
saying. As far as
curved
him and
her.
Lisa,
He curbed Jackie quick. Cause he can't. The fact that she knew that Doc wanted to use her uncle, and like, you know what
I
I
keep
mean.
forgetting. Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, I get it. You know, that's your family. So, but at the same time, like, that's my family. So that's
And it's like
basically
that
what he was saying
manipulation
is, I
kind of.
can't. Yes, yes. He feel like that he had something to do with her manipulating him, when I feel like her
Hmm.
feelings were genuine. But at the same time, I feel like Doc did say something like, keep an eye on him or make sure he stay around or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Either way,
he don't.
Lisa got his heart,
Nah.
man, and it look like that's
Yes.
over. Like I said
Yes.
last week, as far as the whole thing with oh my god, oh, we're gonna talk about it because y'all, they is wrong. They wrong,
What?
man. The whole
Who?
Jazz and my girl, they wrong, man. That is wrong as shit.
First of all, I let me apologize for last week. Y'all was right. He got the cheeks.
I told you it was over. Bigger
I was
four,
like, I
Tony.
don't
Shout
know
out
if
to
she was
y'all.
gonna come.
This was
Look,
done.
look. I didn't know she was gonna come to a moment of clarity and just be like, "No, stop! I don't want to do this. I keep thinking
Even
about
after
this." Nope.
man broke down, cut the glasses off, teary eyed, everything, damn near on his Jodeci
I'm gonna
level.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you
You
why
think
she
you're
chose
lonely
him,
now?
though. I'm gonna tell you why she chose him. Stability, and it's not even about the financial stability. It's the relationship stability. When she looked Jazz in the face and was like, "Tell me you not gonna hurt me again." When somebody hurts you and you keep
Yo,
forgiving
what's
them,
going
and
on,
it's
Bigger
like,
Four?
"What up, bigger fool?"
Hey,
Shut up. I knew you was gonna
that
go
was it.
there.
The man carried her to the damn jacuzzi. That's it. Like what? Morning. That was it.
Anyway, but
Shout out
it's
Jazz,
because
man.
when
Damn.
she looked Jazz in the face and was like, "Tell me you're not gonna hurt me again," and he can't guarantee that. And the thing is, it's like all she
But
asking
that's the
is for
truth,
him
though.
not to leave, but all, she really asking him like, are you gonna leave me again? Are we gonna break up again? Am I gonna be laying in the bed, fucked up, crying for days over you again? She don't want to do that again, and he can't guarantee that. So she just like, I would rather have the stability of the nigga that I know that's not gonna run from me again, the nigga that's not gonna ice me out and not answer me again.
And Phil, he on demon time with it. He like, man, fuck that nigga Jazz. Go with this nigga. Fuck Jazz. Don't
Because of
worry
the
about Jazz. He's a
security.
fragment of
Because
your
of the
imagination, Hillary. Oh yes, Bigger Four. All day, every day. Hillary was out of here. It was over before it begun. When Jazz showed up to the door, she already had her mind made up. No matter what Jazz was gonna say, she was out of here. That plane ticket, it was done. But shout out to Jazz, man, because I was like, damn, man, he poured out his heart. He poured out everything that he could. And then they got the audacity to still give us some type of hope. My man is at the damn record store chilling. He gets the knock. And when he opened the door, yes, we got Hillary. I'm like, oh, shit, me and my wife sitting there, like, oh, man, nah, nigga. It's her getting on the
I'll be
goddamn
right
plane
back.
with this nigga, and they done flipped it on us. Man, that was wrong, man. The way they flipped that scene on us was wrong. Jazz basically had a delivery. It wasn't Hillary. She was getting on the plane going with a boy. Hey, Bigger Four, if you talking about the scene I was talking about, man, I'm trying to tell you, I don't like the way they did that, man. They flipped it on us. Had my man sitting there cheesing and everything, opening the door. She's standing there smiling, and she talking about, I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. And I'm like, hold on, is Jazz going with y'all, or did he show up with her? Like, what's going on? Is all of y'all going up here? But yeah, man. Man. Shout out to Jazz, man. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. I figured Bigger Four. That's it, man. That was wrong. Moving forward though, we kind of get to the whole thing with the ceremony as far as the award. And you got Will and Carlton pretty much going after the same award. And Carlton is knee deep in what he has going on. Shout out to Big Boy. No. I mean, that's almost the equivalent of Jack letting Rose stay on the damn door when he could have slid on there too. Nah, you just stay on here. Shout out to Jazz, man. We here for you, Jazz. Don't worry about it. Next season, Jazz gonna be on his future shit, bro. Wait till you see Jazz next season. Don't worry about it. But let me go ahead and see how you feeling. What's going on before we move forward?
My son down there trying to pour juice, and I'm like, no. If you spill that half a bottle of Simply we got left, boy.
Did he watch the episode too? Because he might be feeling like we was feeling as far as don't want to drink this. Shout out Jazz, man. Like I said, Jazz will be on his future shit next season.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up. How they had us thinking Hillary came to Jazz. I was like,
yeah, the whole door situation.
But I was surprised that she actually chose him. But like I said, I understand why. It's the whole stability aspect. This man is literally he
gonna have a bunch of them bigger for next season. He will be future next season. I promise you, bro. Wait till you see the bro next season.
I hope he don't do it for petty reasons though. I hope he genuinely wants to be with whoever he's with, and it's not like I'm just trying to make Hillary jealous. Like, no, why do that shit?
You think I'm
you hurting yourself?
I'm sitting somewhere counting up a check.
No, nobody's asking him to sit around and be depressed. I'm just saying, don't be jumping into relationships with other people with your hurt feelings.
He ain't gonna be in a relationship.
You need to exactly. If you go, but be straight up. He's bad at communication. I mean, Hillary is too, because they was. But like, I just want what's best for him, and I don't want him to be like doing petty shit that's ultimately hurting him or hurting other people because he hurt. Don't be a hurt person out here hurting people.
And shout out to that conversation too that Aunt Viv tries to have with Hillary, as far as don't be basically what she's trying to tell Phil as far as the at-home wife or whatever. As far as if you got goals and ambitions, definitely go after them. Don't be following behind him. Because she kind of going into that mix as far as, him being a football player or whatever.
Well, also he's very giving, and she don't want her just accepting shit just because he's willing to give. You can't just accept anything from anybody, regardless that he's saying there's no strings attached or whatever, because people eventually going to start expecting something. You know what I mean?
Bigger four, probably a couple. Just a couple? Got 3 or 4.
That does not bring about healing. That does not bring about healing. He need to go somewhere and be by himself. Himself out. Then he can figure out whether or not he wants to, catch a couple bodies, or whatever. Like, don't be out here fucking a heel. Healing is not fucking. I mean, fucking is not healing.
You're right, but what did Hillary go do? She went and smashed the heel.
She did, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I really don't. Oh, because I feel like the look on her face when he asked her to go to Paris, like when she found out he was serious about it, she still don't look like she that into him. Did you see how they were Hillary and Jazz was on some We Cry Together shit. You know what I mean? And that's what
they're gonna be on some Love Jones shit next season.
It made me think of that shit too, because you remember when he came over and she was like, I need to see what it's like with him, and her friend told her if he tripped then don't leave, and he ain't tripped. What'd he say? There's the door. Ooh. See, that's what I mean about that petty shit.
But we had an evil
and then he lost on there too. Then he lost her for how long? He lost her for like 3 or 4 years.
Goddamn Raheem, Love Jones. I remember you always on some.
Oh, Raheem
he's
was
still
on
hurting
snake
though.
Shit.
I know what it is. He's still hurting. You remember on Juice, that situation with the baby. He hurt. That's all it is. Still hurting. I should have let you have her. But yeah, bigger forward, man. You crazy.
It does not help, but okay.
Moving forward, we do get them going into the whole ceremony thing. And like I said, we got your boy Carlton He at full speed, and I mean full speed, literally. Um,
I'm just
Shout out
like,
to
in the
Ashley, man.
locker, in the locker, he couldn't go to the bathroom. He ain't got the little thing that Michelle Gellar had on.
Oh,
Cooling pictures. He had a little candlestick. He could just pull out his
man,
pocket or something.
she had the crucifix with it. That's demon time. She had a crucifix. Like, whoa.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm doing that for the
had
pictures
like a
review.
little. He could have had a little pocket something, but no, he just in the damn locker, sir.
And
I was glad it was Ashley though, because I didn't
Yeah.
want it to be like Will. I definitely didn't want it to be Drew whack ass. That's what I
feel
thought
like if it was
gonna
Will,
be.
they might have got into like a little confrontation. Because Will would have been like, oh,
Yeah,
hell no, nigga. I told
Will would have tried to grab it, flush it. Will would have been like, I'm telling he wouldn't have been able to intimidate Will. And I'm glad it was Ashley, and I'm glad Ashley saw that part of him. And I know, but I'm sad because that hurt. You
it
can see
did,
how
but
much
that
that
was
hurt
hot,
her.
boy. Carlton, if you don't, what the hell, you grabbing your sister like that?
Sister
over
like
just,
that.
man,
That's that
it was
cocaine.
it. That was
Cocaine is hella drug. That's what
but like, he was basically trying to, like, nigga, Ashley not stupid. Talking about something. I forgot what he said he had, but like, she was
He
like, come
said
on, brother.
it was the anxiety medication. That's what he was saying it was.
Bigger Four said the same thing. He thought it was going to be Drew.
I thought it was gonna be Drew just like this. What you doing, Carlton? Like, because I still want Drew to get his ass whooped. Even though Drew was speaking the truth to Lisa when he was like, you ain't never gonna be whole with somebody else until you get over Will. Facts. But look who she back with.
You see how that happened? Yeah. You basically
Will got tired of her seeing looking all good at these events. He was like, damn it, man, look at you in this dress.
Tell me I didn't talk about, I swear I talked about this at the beginning of the season when the whole thing with Jackie got introduced. I was like, I don't know, brother. At least I'm just saying. Much respect to Jackie though. Much respect to Jackie. But anyway.
Shout
out to Lisa.
When that bigger forward last week talking about some earlier this week talking about Jackie Cheeks didn't get his mind off of Doc. Still didn't. Or was that
as soon as he seen him, he stand that light skinned dude. Which one, man? Doc though, he good now. He good now. But yeah.
No, he talking about Drew. Drew Wagner.
Yeah. I forgot. We still got other man. I'm telling you, they won't stop. They're like, we gotta replace another evil light skinned nigga because the other one is a good guy now. He an anti-hero. Doc is an anti-hero. But in the midst of Carter pretty much flipping out on his sister, this is when you know he's going like downhill. And this is where I was at the point where I'm like, it's gonna get worse. I feel like it was gonna be a worse situation than last season, especially with him doing that. But once he gets to the ceremony and they end up giving out the award, because I didn't know if it was gonna go to Will or not. I was kind of thinking like maybe it could go to Will. Shout out to Big
That's what I thought.
But it ended up going to Carlton.
I don't think Will had enough staff members behind him, and Carlton had the staff behind him.
And shout out to Will, because Will is not a hater. He glad his cousin won.
Yes.
Showing love.
I feel like Will actually wanted him to win. I think Will actually wanted Carlton to win because he feel like Carlton wanted it more than him, but Will know it would have benefit him, so Will was not going back down.
But Carlton is pretty much facing his demons at this point because everybody done been having conversations with him because Drew, as much as you don't like Drew, he right in this episode, he kind of confronts him like, nigga, you got here fronting, man. Out here putting on no goddamn show. Nigga, this ain't you. We know what you're doing. We had the previous episode with Will and Jeffrey kind of confronting him saying, man, your truth got to come out. Your truth
Will,
got to come.
Jeffrey, and Uncle Phil, they all like, we know your ass lying and we gonna figure it out.
And this was the last draw once he had that look, and it was Ashley to me, I think. And he
Ashley
seen his little sister, and it was
up.
like, yeah, that hurt.
She didn't even
that hurt him.
And
like,
Jeffrey peeped that too. Jeffrey was like, what's wrong with her?
You better be glad he told before Jeffrey found out later, because Jeffrey was like, come on, Carson, we got to take a ride, bro. Come on. But Carlton ends up just releasing, pretty much telling everything, letting everybody know that he's a drug addict and actually going into the details of the actual drugs that he's been taking. So this was almost basically a moment for him of clarity. He let everything out, and now he kind of is free. Honestly, he
Yes.
ain't got to lie no
Yes.
more. He ain't got to do none of that. He's free now. And
Hmm.
shout out once again to Will, man, coming through, letting them know like I'm here. I love you.
He's
I'm here.
free mentally, but bruh, that addiction to kick that habit, especially after when Phil went off, it was like how many years?
I was that.
Three?
I got scared.
Three?
Yeah, I got scared because Phil was done. He loosened that tie
Oh,
up, and he
I
was just
thought,
standing there.
I was like,
I
if he
did.
ball
I
up
didn't
his
want
fist, I was
got that
scared
best
too.
man final chapters. I was like, oh,
I was scared for a little bit, but I could tell he really wanted to like get his intensity across to how serious this was and
yeah.
how it made him feel like what the fuck, like, cause like for you to like if you find your kid smoking weed, you just like, okay, we don't have a talk, but you find your kid on cocaine for 3 years,
It
three,
depends
and
though.
you knew nothing about it,
Yeah.
3 years.
And
Like
before
you,
we finish with that, I did once again. I want to what we talked about, kind of with having black men out here showing love to each other and showing that emotion to
yes,
each other. I forgot
yes,
to mention it as far as with Jazz and Will having that conversation, and just him saying, "Yo, I love you, bro. I love you too." That like, man, that
and
was a
and
good moment,
still
man. That was a
and
good moment. Yeah,
and still, Will is the one that told Jazz that Hillary was leaving, that he should go to her. Like, still trying to help him out with that situation.
that was on Jazz
Will,
though. That was on Jazz.
it's on Jazz.
But once again, just having that moment between him and Carlton, and Ashley still not trying to hear it though. She's like, "Nah, I gotta wait. You gotta give me some time." But yeah, Phil is on
Content
it. He's
grabbed
not.
her. Like, when your sibling do some shit like that, it's like, bro, don't touch me, don't talk to me. Cause me and my sister, we used to fight all the time, especially as teenagers. And I'm like, bro, don't even breathe my way. Like,
And the
what the
fact
fuck?
that she wanted to make sure he felt important just as Will did, as far as saying, I got two big
Hmm.
brothers now. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that made it even more hurtful to see that scene. But yeah, man, Carlton pretty much feel. I was just like I said, the whole thing with feeling that intensity in him, and he kept coming up to him the way I thought, man, please don't knock him out, Phil. But it's the thing about everything building up once again for Phil and him going through everything as far as people feeling like they not appreciative, pretty much. Like I said, Will and Doc, the situation with Viv and what she just said to him earlier, and now he dealing with this situation with Carlton, and he pretty much saying like, nigga, I didn't have none of this that you got. I don't put all of y'all in a comfortable space where y'all ain't got to worry about shit. that's
And
Phil.
that's true. That is very true. But at the same time, you can't act like that just because hold on. Just because you put your kids in a comfortable space in a healthy, growing environment, that they're still not gonna have, you know, things that stifle them
Of
in their
course.
life. You know what I mean? You
But
can't act like that shit's not gonna affect them. But at the same time, he had a fucking point. It's like, bruh, and then the thing about it is Carlton act like he couldn't talk to anybody about it. It's like we don't know what their
that's the
relationship was
thing.
before we saw what
Think
we
about
saw. But at the same time, it's like even not even your mom, you don't feel like you could have like went and laid your head in your mama lap and talked to her and be like, Mama, I just feel, you know what I mean?
and I
And
think
like you were saying, you could have went to therapy. We could afford any fucking
unlimited
therapist you
resources.
need, unlimited resources, and
Anything you
you
need.
ran to the streets. You ran to the streets, like nigga.
But it wasn't
Wait.
just that. It was the fact that they had been trying and trying. It wasn't just the fact that they were just throwing him off. They was like, no, Carlton,
Mm-hmm.
what's up? Talk to us. We here constantly. And it's like, okay, he's still going, all right. Phil was up to here with. And it wasn't just him,
Yeah,
it was with everybody. It was
everybody.
that Viv
Yeah.
like, oh, so all you niggas, okay.
With the
I
Viv
mean,
thing, I don't agree with. I get what he's saying. It's like you comfortable. Why you feel like you need to go out? Because like a woman has to have something other than just her house, her husband, and her kids. Like, bro, she needs an outlet too. You
that's
can't
true.
just be a housewife. You can't just be your
But
kids, you know,
it's the whole thing
parent.
with just
Like,
like how hard I'm working to make sure y'all good. And it's like you niggas still like all of y'all, like really?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
I agree with that sentiment from the kids, but Aunt Viv, all she ever asked was for him to believe in her.
That's true.
And by him
Yeah.
being like, nah, just sit back, just lay back, you
And
know,
one thing you gotta
that's
definitely
less that
appreciate is a woman that wants to go ahead and get her own and do her own. So I mean,
exactly. Cause she ain't doing this shit for free. She getting paid for it. I mean, it may not, be as much as Phil bringing in and what he doing, but at the same time, it's like I said, even if you feel like that's just a hobby to her, your wife needs hobbies, something that does not pertain to you or the children or household shit. Like
something to
for
separate
real,
from all of
every
that
woman,
to keep her
yeah,
mental.
because exactly, because people don't realize how much women sacrifice their mind, their body, their time into making a house a home, into cooking, into cleaning. And I mean, granted, they probably got staff for all that, but at the same time, since they got staff for all that, what the fuck is she really gonna be doing? Going to get pedicures, going to get her hair done? That's no, she don't want to live that life. At that point, you might as well find
Yeah,
you a
big
23
Ford.
year old wife and just have a
But
trophy
like I
wife if that's
said,
what
man,
they want to do.
it's gonna be interesting though to see how Bill try to move forward though with the whole thing that's going on, but trying to deal with
Oh,
this whole situation with Carlton. Because now it's like she got this kind of distraction going
she
on.
she not gonna stop doing what she doing, and I like how her and the fellowship lady spent it as far as saying like, just say you retiring, and I'm just like, yeah, because she
Hey,
might as well just let it go.
bigger forward, my guy feels that here feeling some type of way. You see the way he erased that message, like I mean, see, you know what? Never mind. He turned into
And
ghost. He turned it into
see,
ghost.
and this is my thing about that. When you're having problems with your family, the last thing you need to go do is run to somebody that you have had intimacy with. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Because this lady already got the claws out. She ready to sink her teeth into you, and you like in a vulnerable spot because you
Grabbing the
you
bait.
really, sir, you setting yourself up for failure.
Got
You
him.
really are. Got him.
Said I'm bigger
That's
forward.
you having family issues. The last thing you need to be doing is reaching out to somebody that wants to fuck you.
But outside of that, my man, like I said, he going through a lot, and he just feel like everybody is not really appreciating him. So now he's going to basically to somebody he feel like do appreciate him and actually feels like that needs him. Outside of that, I like the way that he did come back in there to Carlton and actually kind of comfort him and just hug him. He didn't even have to say nothing. He just hugged him, embraced him, and let him just cry, kind of letting everything out.
Yeah,
And once again, it's that freedom now I
yeah.
feel like Carlton is feeling now.
I'm glad Aunt Bibb was looking for rehab because he gonna need 3 years. Three.
That was like,
I mean,
because we got to remember this was coming off last season. I don't think they necessarily knew that what he was taking,
no, they
if I'm
didn't.
not mistaken.
No, they didn't. I thought Aunt Viv knew, but apparently she was just more concerned about the anxiety medication. She wasn't. She
Hmm.
didn't know he was on it. And I'm like,
And
the only
Will
person
did
that
though.
knew, the only person, yeah, because Will called him and Will didn't say anything. And plus, Carlton did actually stop, you know, and that's what amazes me. So I guess he hasn't been consistent for 3 years, just on and off, on and off. But like, bruh, how you coming down off of that? I don't know. It's funny because I
Yeah,
saw
bigger. I did, man. I'm
which
not gonna front, bro. I
yes,
did. That was a good emotional
Carson,
scene, man.
them acting skills. I give it to him. He had me.
Yes,
Um, but yeah,
especially with him and Phil hugging.
I heard a rapper say it was easier for them to get off of cocaine than it was sugar. And they were saying because, with cocaine you wake up with a headache, nose be bleeding and dry, and you know what I mean? It's a lot of
This
things
is
that
what I could
go.
never understand of why people want to even. I don't know. This
I,
shit never
I
sounds
don't
like
even
it's
care what
never a good process to go to.
I don't care how high you get from some shit like that. That ain't no shit that I ever was curious about trying.
Can we talk about Jeffrey? Because it's a little mystery going on with Jeffrey, and somebody is sending him pictures. Has been watching him.
Somebody found him. Somebody found him. Somebody that don't mean no
This and then
business
knowing his
that
son
found
that
him.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely gonna be interesting. And I wonder if this something from his past, as far as
It
his street
is.
ties. you know,
It well, that was the whole point of him not knowing where Frederick was and not really meeting him. So I feel like, you know, they wanted to take that risk because it's like it's been so many years, and you know, I don't want to die not ever, you know, seeing my son. Right. I don't know
Thank
why
you
you
for
need
it.
anything. No.
And make sure you can see who got it, or make sure you're doing it yourself. 'Cause you don't want nobody doing nothing
Exactly.
to your stuff. But yeah,
Exactly.
man, it's gonna be interesting to see them probably go more into the Godfather ties as far as Phil and Jeffrey, as far as whoever this mystery person is that's been watching Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, man, it's a lot going on going into next season. Is Phil gonna cheat? Is Carlton gonna be able to, kick the habit? Will
Yeah, and stay off
everything that's
of it.
going on with as far as the basketball and him and Lisa? What's up? What you were gonna say?
I hope he's strapped up with Jackie, because then we don't need her coming back talking about some I got a
I told
baby. It's
y'all.
yours.
I'm predicting it now. She got knocked up. I didn't see them put on Jack. She is gonna come back saying, "Yeah, Will, I got that for you."
She better go to the clinic, and I hate to
That'll
say
be
it
a
like
good
that.
twist, though, as far as the
I don't.
whole Bel-Air franchise. I want to see Lou too. Since he mentioned him, I've been waiting for more. I want Marlon to come back next season. Hopefully, I know we didn't get him this season, but I wouldn't mind him coming back.
I have a prediction.
What's up?
Do you feel like we might get like at least anywhere from 3 to 5 summer episodes? Like
Yes,
just
I feel
because
like
the
they was
way they
hitting at
ended
that.
it,
Yeah,
because I don't think they're gonna do a whole season, but maybe like somewhere between 3 to 5 episodes to see what they're doing over the summer. And I don't know if this will be Carlton at rehab, or
possibly.
Carlton, or
Maybe
them
even
being
getting it.
strict. We'll see, because they might send
I'm glad you
Carlton to
mentioned that
rehab
too.
over the
Yes.
summer, so that when they go back to the school year, he'll be, but then he gonna have to face Connor, and Connor supplies.
Is Connor
So,
even? Well, he basically was just making sure he got himself clear as far as Carlton, just making
yeah,
sure he released his own demons. Like Connor
yeah,
got his own situation, I'm guessing.
yeah,
That's a good point though. And shout out to the Will Smith coming through with the summertime. Hey,
yeah.
so they definitely are hitting it going into the next season. They probably gonna be doing the whole summer thing and probably leading up into them going back to school possibly.
Yeah, because I don't know if they'll just start the season early and we'll have some summer episodes, or if they'll just drop a couple summer episodes in the middle of summer for us. So we'll see.
I definitely
But
want to see it.
I mean, I would be interested to see what do they do in Bel-Air with some. What is Hillary having fun in Paris? Is she rekindling her relationship, or is she still? Because
This
like I
is
said,
why
I don't think she's feeling him that much. I just think she's overwhelmed with how much he can do for her and how much he actually cares, and he's attentive. He listens, and then he executes
I feel
for
like
her and
she's
helps.
at the point of following the traditional Bel-Air woman, or not woman, but Bel-Air lifestyle as far
Yeah.
as
Well, it's just, to me, like I said, for her, it's just comfortable. It's familiar, versus like her and Jazz. Everything is hard and it's different, and not hard in the bad way. It's just I feel like she feels like she has to work harder at that relationship, versus with home dude. She ain't got to work like.
sound like she don't want to take that risk.
It don't seem like she
Um,
want to take that risk right now. I don't think her heart can take it right now. But I mean, will Jazz want her
man,
back? Will Jazz find someone new? Will Jazz?
summertime. It's the demon.
Summertime.
Jazz will be on his future vibes if it's summertime, man. That low rider gonna be coming out, man. What? Up,
Oh
up,
God.
up. Yes, Jazz will be out here on it. I don't have to worry about my boy. Shout out to Jazz, man. We gonna
Oh,
get back. City girls up right now. But yeah,
we
we still got Will
and
out
her
here though.
little
Still got Will out here.
yeah.
Because this is
We
after he
skipped over
smashed Jackie.
Ashley and
So
yeah. We
like,
skipped
damn,
over
Will.
Ashley and her little
Friendship.
connection with her friend. Yeah, her
Yeah,
friend
yeah, yeah.
talking about some, I like your rainbow pen. And you remember Ashley was hinting that she's
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
she
Oh,
she's she her sexuality is in question at this point in time.
who you talking about? Hillary Bigger that might be done. Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
know. I ain't
this
about to.
nigga late. Oh yeah, she was like, you still
And
remember
then they gonna be
my
in
body and
Paris.
shit.
How long?
But
Come on,
but
no,
honestly
no.
though, he okay. So he's an athlete, and I don't know how much they know about athletes in other countries. So I don't know. He might get caught up with some groupies. Because him and Hillary broke up for a reason.
That'll be an
So I
interesting point.
mean,
They're gonna be
he
cliche
might
though, but that'll
fall.
be interesting as far as the whole
He might.
football player.
But then also, like, he might fall back into he might try to do the same thing that Uncle Phil, like, I can take care of everything. Why you need to
Yeah,
work? Because remember, he just told her, you sound like you need to take a break. Do
you don't got to do
she?
that content house thing no more. Just come stay with me. You ain't got to do none of that.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
that. But I
Hmm.
like what you said about
And
the
she ain't
Ashley
about to go
thing.
for that.
That's gonna be interesting if they come back around to that as far as her and the little girl building this little relationship. If they go back into that, because they really never touched on that again as far as her,
Yeah.
liking girls, whatever.
Because you remember she tried that with her first friend, and and she found out her first friend wasn't
Yeah.
like that way, and she was like, she let it go immediately. I'm just like, that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be. Yeah.
She might even
Okay.
start going into the whole thing with Hillary giving her advice too, like have a little fun, like loosen up, don't worry about all.
I just
That's
like
gonna
I
be
said,
interesting.
God. Cause what grade is she in? She like seventh or eighth? She in middle school.
Either
I would
way,
say
she
eighth.
seems like she's a little bit ahead of her brothers and sisters. But yeah,
don't don't say it like that. You know,
I'm
I
just
want them to
saying.
keep it as innocent as possible because I
Yeah,
don't want it to feel like they're sexualizing children. Cause I think she's still an actual child. She's like 16, but she
she
playing
definitely
playing
looked
like a
like one.
12-year-old.
That's
Yeah,
why I want to smack the shit out of Carlton. Like, man, you don't get your hands out of her, man. You a chip, bro.
but yeah, she's like 16 in real life, but she's playing like a 12, 13-year-old. So, um, but yeah, like I said, I just want them to keep it as innocent as possible. Don't be having us on no euphoria shit in middle school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of, that's what I was gonna mention. But what's this next week? I guess we can start Black Mirror 2 next week. If you want to start with episode
How do you
season 1.
how do you want to watch it? Cause I like it's anthology.
I'm
Like
starting
each
season 1.
episode. Hell, that's
I
only
want to
like
go.
3 episodes.
That's
Honestly,
why then we
it's
go. Hey,
yeah. I'm about to say it's not long. The episodes aren't long, and each episode is different. They all are contained in the same universe because the technology goes from each episode. But like this new season look crazy. We can talk about that
that's
on
why I said I
Friday
want to
because I
go with the
watched
first season because I
the
want to
trailer.
prepare myself to what I'm getting into.
Yeah, just
Being this
just watch them in
anthology, I
order
still,
because I mean you don't have to because it's like I
and
said
that's why I said that's how
each
American Horror
episode is
Story
different.
is.
But yeah.
Um, we will be starting Black Mirror next week since we will be done with Bel-Air, so be on the lookout for that. Depending on what's going on with you catching up with From, we can start on that in the middle or whatever. I'll probably start doing somewhat reviews because I'm gonna start watching it Sunday because they come on Sundays as far as From.
Oh, okay. So they slow drip it throughout the week because it come on regular television. Okay, I
I
didn't know
think
that.
it be already on though online because like I said, MGM Plus or whatever that shit is on.
Mm.
But outside of that, of course, Uncle This Talk tomorrow. Make sure y'all come through. We got a lot to get into. New movie topics, some horror movie news. I don't know about new music. I ain't seen no new music as far as I know. But I'm gonna still look again to see if something supposed to be dropping tonight.
I'm about to say we could talk about Nicki Minaj label, the artist she has.
Yeah, I seen that. Oh,
I
Nicki
don't think
Minaj already
anybody.
in topics anyway because my boy Swizz Beat said he working on the Little Kim versus Nicki Minaj verses. So yeah, we definitely
I'm
got to talk
ready.
about that. Shout out to Bigger Ford, definitely, bro. Definitely hit you up, bro. Come through the one you want to. And make sure y'all go over there and check out Bigger Ford's YouTube channel. Outside of that, retro review Sunday. We got something planned or?
We didn't do How High yesterday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll do High House Sunday because it'll still be April. So yeah. So retro review How High Sunday. Make sure you come through. Make sure you got your gas mask and everything. Outside of that, man, shout out to my cousin Deal for coming through, joining me. Shout out to everybody in the comments, Bigger Ford Entertainment, anybody else that came through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Like I said, a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk tomorrow live, 9 p.m. Other than that, we out.
Peace.